Might check one too. What's up? Hello, everybody. We are getting into some marathon. We're gonna find out the secrets of Tau City. See what's going on. What's going on? Introducing Traxxas. What's this? Left 88. I don't know what that is. Okay. Perimeter zone terminals active. Marathon jump sample corrupted. Locate active perimeter terminals. Zone terminals. Grid per zone. Dimarsh. Pairing required. Locate and access. What does that mean? Dude, these labels are weird. Like, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I don't know what zone terminals are. I don't know who this is. I don't know if I know that person. This is about right. Let's move this to the vault and here. What's this? I got a lockbox key and I need shield charge 3 and 3. Yeah, should be enough. Okay. Wait, what is this? Dimarsh. Intersection Bioresearch Complex. Okay. I think a lot more people are playing this evening.
Here, over here. might be interesting. Looks bad. This might fill your pack. Oh, you won't.
Priority contract involved.
See this?
Okay.
Signal recall window closes in 20 minutes.
Threat spotted.
The anomaly is messing with my HUD. Pressed audio. Is that because of the anomaly?
Hey, hey.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not a mooch, man. Not a mooch. Just, fighting. Stay awake right now.
Oh, okay, okay. No pressure, no pressure, man.
But no, I had the game on. I recorded just the tutorial again. Got through that, and I even took like a short, broken nap. That wasn't a true nap.
Okay.
But
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
but I fell into watching some lore, some marathon lore. It is very interesting. Like
Yeah.
from the three games that leads into this, and it's all still connected
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
and very much still. And then also seeing the influences that Marathon clearly had on Halo,
Absolutely.
like like the person you play as, which I'm only 20 minutes into this hour and a half YouTube video about the Marathon lore, and the player character, you find out later on that he's essentially a shell.
Right.
And UESSC essentially keeps the minds of their best soldiers, and puts them in these cyborg shells, sends them out. And if they die, it's okay because they have the consciousness and they have the best parts of them, similar very much to you as a runner.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But to tie it back to the Halo lore, it's called Mjolnir,
Right.
which is like the Mjolnir armor, of course. And this guy made a good point, which I didn't even think of. Mjolnir, it's called that because whatever he throw the hammer to come back from. So the consciousness would never leave. The consciousness of the soldier would never be lost. It'd come right back to them, and they just drop it back in. So the good, and also the designs of the enemies. Like when you can see the grunts, you can see the larger, people of the not the Combine. What was the not Commonwealth? The fuck was the name of the
The ship marathon.
alien group?
Oh.
No, the
Oh.
alien group in
The
Halo.
not
Not the Flood.
the
It was with the
Forerunners
sea too.
or the
Not
or the Covenant.
The Covenant. There we go. The Covenant. The Covenant. Yes. So a lot of the same, like their designs are very similar to the Covenant. Extremely, like all of the armor pieces where you see the alien body clearly in between each of the individual armor plates, like the grunts had, and all the higher level enemies had. Even the guy, the Arbiter that you played, as that I forgot the name of that.
The
race.
the elites. Well, they just call them
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then even the larger ones, the larger, bigger ones that have it's crazy how much they pull. Not crazy. It's not crazy at all. It's
They call it the
interesting to see that
spiritual
there.
the spiritual precursor to Halo.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
And so, yeah, and then seeing hearing Mida, which is Mida's the group, one of the factions in this. They were doing terrorist. They call it terrorist stuff, but they were doing stuff back in the Halo in the marathon day. It's like, oh, so Mida's still active and all that. Okay.
Mida.
And I feel like Oni, the person you play, the person you see, the first one, the consciousness you come across, is like an offshoot of like Leela, who's like the first AI that you come across that helps you during the first marathon that I'm learning about now. And yeah, I'm sorry, I don't mean to rant, but yeah, I was sitting there drinking tea and just got caught up in that and was watching them. And yeah. Have you been getting games in?
I got a game in right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you streaming?
I am streaming, but it looks like we're about to get killed. Yeah, we just got taken up at an team.
15 minutes until signal.
Sad.
loss.
I probably definitely distracted you.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It happens. I have no current like allegiance to any gear or anything like that. And this game is a little bit more its vibe is more PvP oriented, I would say. Than Arc Raiders. I just get in, I just get whatever gear I have, and I just move. I just play.
I during a server slam, I had a little bit more success than I thought I would playing solo. 'Cause I was just doing solo runs, and so it put me against other solo players.
Oh, how was
And
solo? It's solo on solo?
Yeah, solo and solo. So if you play the Rook character, that's the character that comes in 15 minutes to the end in the middle of a match, and he's against teams, but you're meant to be a scavenger. Stay the sides, and if you want, you can take out teams once you get looted up if you can pull that off. But solo mode, it's meant to be played slower, or at least, you know, this is how I played anyway as the assassin. And just coming, I guess, from, you know, playing somewhat some art, you know, extraction games and all these PvP games with these with my regular crew for years that are like, you know, like Daisy and back when it's the Armor mod and then PUBG and all those games. We have long ranges and, you know, you're sitting there trying to move, but you have to be mindful of your sound and all that, because the sound traps in, like, just like in Arc Raiders, in this are very
Alert.
telling.
Traxxas is requesting
Mhm.
access
And so
to your
essentially what I'm
neural
trying to say is I'm
authentication.
playing slow and I'm just hearing
Vehicle
gunshots, like, okay,
authentication
that's where someone is. And
unlocked.
I can just walk right over and go, all right, I see where you are, and
Your
just usually
contact will be the supervisory AI.
came across
Vulcan.
a favorable encounter. There was one encounter which I'm glad I recorded.
After
This
the
fucking
encounter,
room,
my
this building was
self-advice
just
would be
full
to
of
avoid firing
explosives.
any
It was just
incendiary
mines
weapons.
everywhere. Like, I just walked, I was
But
like, why are there so
Traxxas
many
is
mines? You
famously
go into the vent, there were mines, but I stayed alive. I was like, I just need to find HP and just keep moving. And then I heard someone coming into the same building, because you have to go, because the building I was in, you couldn't go through the door, it
Luckily,
was
the
locked, so
financial
you have to go through
rewards
the
you'll
top of the building and
receive
go
will
through the vent
more
on the
than
top of the building.
compensate for the
So
loss
I'm like,
of
I'm
your
hearing steps.
individual rights.
I'm in a remote location and there's no one else in this little 3-room building than
Mm.
me, so clearly there's someone else outside. So I just stayed and waited, and I saw the shield of the uh tank class come out first. He was just looking around, and then he, like, through the door, and he peeked back out, and he turned the shield down, and I was on the assassin, and I was stuffed, and I came on the corner and just shot him, and he I could tell he was scared and surprised, because he was just jumping around and not trying to. You could see, like, fuck, he was just panicking
Mhm.
because it was a jump scare. I was jump scared, like, I would be too. And then I happened to catch him, because he cleared, but because he didn't continue out. He didn't do a full clear, which
Mhm.
was on him. But if he peeked immediately, he may not have saw me, because I was using the assassin. I was in the cloak mode when I heard him coming. I was like, let me cloak now and use the advantage here. And I was able to use that win. Like, okay, cool. And then patch up, because once again, that building was just a fucking booby trap. It's like, why does this building exist if you're just gonna walk in here and have traps everywhere? It's just.
Right,
And then I
right.
ran out. And then another point in time, there was a supply drop. That's very loud. The supply drops, they're extremely loud.
Mhm.
And so I did it once, and I was like, oh gosh, hope no one sees me, and no one did. I got some stuff and I left.
You
But
are
the game,
interested in a
the
closer
following
collaboration
game,
with Sakaguchi
I heard
Genetics.
someone else had
The
done
originator of
the
shell
supply drop, and I
technology.
recognized it from
Your
my
presence here
run. I
on
was like,
Tau
okay,
Ceti
hold on,
provides
someone's
us with a unique
doing
opportunity
something.
to
And I
influence
was able to
future
catch this dude.
research.
He was looting his supply drop, but it's very loud, and that's the thing with the solo run, because sound is everything, and you're by yourself. Whereas if you're trios, you have a little more leeway because you have too many people to protect you.
Mhm.
So, yeah, different dynamic. It's fun though. I got caught, like, for sure. Coming
Have
up
you
on this
did you
guy,
are
but
you with
it's
voice comms?
PvP too.
Are you with voice comms on or off? The proximity.
I had voice comms off at one point, then I turned it back on, which is funny you ask, because one point I turned it on, and I caught this guy, and as I crouched over to stab him, he's like, no, 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 and but it was already in mid animation, and it stabbed. I was like, oh, well, he's dead now. I can't do anything about that. I was like, I guess, like, what are you gonna tell me? This isn't Arc Raiders. This
Yeah.
isn't Arc Raiders. But we can still work something out if it was, but it was too late at that point. It was mid animation. I don't think I could have stopped it.
The pre-existing treaty between our
Oh, but
corporations
yeah, let me
grants
take a look at
Sakaguchi
your
restricted
stream.
access to your combat data. Their
So yeah,
algorithms
I
are
was like,
designed to flag any
I'm getting too tired to actually be of any use in a
statistical
game. I'm like, all right, let me just chill with Carlos and
Let's pique their interest.
watch him play. Are you gonna be on? I'm definitely be on. Oh wait, we have the dinner at 5. That's right. Gosh darn it. How am I not subscribed to you? That's crazy. Well, I'm subscribed now. That's insane.
Is this on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate it. Ooh,
Give me a
fancy
like.
backgrounds. Spoons.
Let me mute myself. Are you gonna be on Probably like in the not mid afternoon, probably later in the evening tomorrow again.
Yeah, probably tomorrow
Okay.
night. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna try to do middle evening, but we have a birthday dinner for Michelle.
Okay.
We have to eat at 5. Yeah, we get together, have some food, and then we're gonna should be after that, and I be able to get on later on in the evening and get some more stuff done.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
What has been your impression? I've been word vomiting at you. What has been your impression of the game? Oh, you have a cutscene coming up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen this before. I saw this during the Server Slam.
I
Hold
am
on.
Vulcan.
Phone cutting.
I have been officially assigned as your liaison.
So the weirdness of its animation style actually kind of reminds me of when I very first started playing Warframe and was really thrown back by how far they went stylistically to present that world, and how
Mhm.
once your eye trains to the UI and the character models and everything like that and what they're going for, you you like it because it's, it's consistent within its world, and you feel transported because of that. um I think that the style points grow on you. I think that the story grows on you, especially because it's baked in from the marathon days. And I don't know. I'm very curious if they pull it off, because for me, a lot of the game is the intrigue, and I
Yeah.
think that story. So like one thing that I wish they did with the Forever Winter was that they had, and I'm not sure if they were changing that, but they have a specific story that's kind of weaving together rather than randomized missions that keep you in that world. They're doing more of their world building through their updates, adding new maps, expanding what's going on with your base. In this game, um, they're toying around with, I guess, emergent storytelling on the map. I'm,
Hmm.
and then they're kind of expanding the adventure there because they're adding new features as to what can happen on the map, but also the whatever they call it, the golden path, the world quest or the faction quest that kind of leads you through. And how are they going to do this over season after season? What are they going to do if they can write it, and if they can make it interesting? God knows, I mean, they spend a lot of time um escalating the stakes within the Destiny universe. If they can
Yeah.
find a way to make it like several seasons of story revealing here, then I'll be along for the ride. The game loop itself is not something that we haven't played before. Like if you just strip all of it away, then I would probably just go back to Hunt Showdown or something like that. So a lot of
Yeah.
this has to do with showmanship. A lot of it has to do with how they dress it up, And I think that the way that they dress it up, because of the story, because of the time they took to cook in the sci-fi, I think that's what sells it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's something that could be produced uh, as a show, and I'm interested. I'm interested to see, what how they weave these different stories together and what happens on Tau City, and then furthermore, because this game is a little bit more easily rooted in PvP in the beginning, if they organize a raid, if there is some kind of more involved challenge that happens in the last map or whatever, because the maps kind of progress with the storyline, how the hell are they going to, like, how will players operate around that? You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mhm.
Given that the extraction community has now gone through this weird process with arc raiders, um, I am curious how the same players are going to be thinking about marathon story. And right now, I think everybody's just intrigued. Like the lore videos that are going to come out, they're going to continue to expand this world are very interesting. And I have not played one solo game yet, so I feel like that hasn't been my instinct, but the solo
Yeah.
experience could actually
It's
really make
very
a different game, just because of
it's very different. Like I really My ADHDness and my timing and all that makes it so I'm just usually solo playing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But it does give you time to take a look around, take in the environment. It's slower play because you're being mindful very much of what's around you and
Mm-hmm.
hearing things.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because it's so very important to hear what's happening and not be snuck upon. You want to be the person arriving second or third to engagement, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
Or and then use obviously utilizing your knife more often to take care of the easier UESC enemies because they can just die with two knife hits, just to
Mm-hmm.
minimize sound. Using the knife for the ticks that come out in their little egg sacs,
Mm-hmm.
and taking that route, it's absolutely valid. Um, and also to give you time to take in the environment and more what they're trying to provide. So I would give it a shot,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, and just see how you like it. And
Mm-hmm.
also, there's the rook option as well, where you come in 15 minutes in and to teams of three, and see how that goes. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't, if things don't
Cool.
go your way, and you're like, all right, let me just try that. So yeah, yeah.
One thing that I think is gonna be interesting. I took a look at their season pass,
Mm-hmm.
and what's I feel like they might have a little bit of a challenge with that because the while the art style is cool, I think people are gonna have to get adjusted to like the baseline aesthetic so that they could understand what looks cool within that. Because right now everything just looks really wacky and cartoony. It's almost like speed paintball, but like in Tron or something like that. So I looked at that pass and I'm like, I don't want any of this shit. This is all weird looking. I don't even know how to. I don't even have like a preference for like what's fire swag and what is whatever. So I
Funny
don't.
thing is,
Mhm.
like, you get like a free skin with Mida like almost immediately,
Yeah,
at
you get
least
some
with the
free. Yeah, you get
with
some
the
in-game skins.
yeah, which it was like this all black skin that I got for the assassin during
Mm-hmm.
the service slam, which I was happy with. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, they have that along with the cost apparently was something that people did not like,
I saw. Yeah, there
which they
was an
already
update that they released, and they're gonna be
walked back.
giving people some extra looks and changing their rewards. And like, listen, bro, you're gonna have problems in this game because there's no boobs in it. It's literally that simple. Unfortunately, there's a mix of like the finals has, and I don't want them to go in the finals route. The finals does this other thing where, um, the more you play and how long that game's been out, you realize they've got something that represents every other pastime that exists. So if you're a football fan, you can look like a football player. If you're a baseball fan, you can look like a baseball player. If you're somebody who likes ninjas, you could be a ninja. It's almost Fortnite level, um, and because it's in a game show, it almost fits because it's okay for people to look ridiculous. You could straight up look like a clown, like a literal clown in that game. And but when I looked at this game and I saw their explanation of their past, or like they were talking a little bit about the future and how they're gonna mix things up. I I wonder. I really just would hope that so much of what they do cosmetically tells us more about the world, and I don't think that back in the from Bungie's, or rather from Destiny, right? A lot of the weapons would have quotes that would suggest that the weapons were pulled from time or had said something about a particular fight or a particular hero, or it would kind of give you that. And it was okay. I mean, it kind of made the weapons feel like they had a personality, but I really hope that they find a way to just give us more stories. That's all. I mean, that's really, I think, what I would want from narrative design is just like uh, key us into mysteries. If I buy, or if I discover all of the weapons within a specific, how should I put it? If I find all of the skins to a specific weapon category, tell me about the life of someone who's like really good with that weapon. Just tell me stories. I don't know. I
Yeah,
guess I guess I,
pull me
I
in.
yeah, pull me in. Yeah, that's it. Uh,
It's it's a delicate balance because there are people that just don't even
As major
give a shit,
investors in the original
you
mass
know,
Oh,
launch
that's so
station,
or
unfortunate.
read
Yeah.
that doesn't that comes up, and
by the colony's
and
collapse,
that decision
we are
is like
engaging in a
is
valuable
money and
business
time and
in the
investment
Cascadia
Mm-hmm.
colony
that's
site in anticipation
depends on the
of larger
division of that
resource extraction
director or person, and if this is a large project or a small project,
due to legal
um,
ambiguities. We have devised a
and
specialized
if that
contract to
factors into
allow
their
others to
vision
operate
for
as
how this game
non-corporate
world's supposed to
temporary
feel. Because if
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't factor in the vision and there's
Hobbyist,
people up higher,
extra legal
ups and all that,
contractors.
Oh
then listen,
yeah.
if this doesn't,
As
you know,
such, you
sell
persist
this,
in our
you know, or make
exploratory
sense for this,
efforts
this is
and be
more
discreetly
time and money
compensated.
that we don't want to spend. So get it moving.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And
It's crazy. It's like there's so many games to get into. Have you by any chance touched Space Marine 2 since the Tech Marine came out?
no, 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 no.
Yeah. So, new operation, new Marine to try out. Uh, some new weapons. They are adding now these like legendary weapons that you can grind in like a third kind of currency. So there's now a reason to go back. And the three modes all do something different. Like the operations help you gain the XP for your prestige. The siege mode helps you acquire extra resources to upgrade, and purchase all of the skins and everything like that. And then the last mode, which is the stratagems, is where they throw modifiers at the operations to increase the challenge. But then you get the special currency for the weapons that kind of are very unique, and you can kind of build new playstyles around. It's the same weapons, but they have like a specific perk that does something special, and so you want to unlock those. And now the game is just will gobble up your time. So like just to cut like between the end of the surface time and this, I almost got pulled back into Space Marine 2 full time. And so I feel
Mm.
like if it's just a matter of like clocking in and turning your brain off, and we're not even watching TV, we're not even watching a movie, we're not doing anything, we're not going outside with our friends, shit like that. I would just hope that they know that the next evolution with all this tech, with all this playstyle, but ultimately not really being able to really innovate. Like not every game can do what the finals did, where they combined in a weird new way all of the different games that we're used to and like mixed them into a game mode that feels cohesive. Whether it's like capture the flag or zone control or anything like that. It's like all your characters are all playing to their strengths and it's mingling everything, and then the tournament style, like all it's very unique. But not every game is gonna take the risk. And to this day, I think there are a lot of people that are still discovering finals for the first time, even though it's been out for I don't know when it's been out. It's been out for a while. Um, but are coming into it late. Like, what is this game? And I think one of the reasons why is just because it's a little bit harder to explain within the scope of sort of the big tents. So, and then of course, Bungie has taken some weird options with Destiny that have developed a very mixed fandom. So I don't know, man. Like I hope that the world can just come back to the art a little bit, and I don't know if that's even likely. But to your point about the suits going, people don't care about story and they'll just move on. I'm like, but how else are you gonna set your world apart from other extraction shooters and other demands on your time? Hell, today I was like, I think I want to get back into Hunt Showdown. They're adding some new shit. I don't know.
Well, but to not be doomer, like I'm saying it's something that's going to be a case by case basis depending on the game and on the vision and all that stuff there. But on the flip side of that, with the AAA scene and all that, there's the indie scene that is well and leaning into that heavily because of the lack of because of the strong vision that those things need to stand out, and the lack of someone telling them, well, that's not going to work, that's not going to fit our vision, or we don't want you to do that, or something, whatever it may be, or don't spend time on that. Where as a smaller developer or smaller teams, they'll see the value in it and go, no, we're going to keep this part because it's without this part, everything else doesn't work.
Mm.
Which is something that you'll see, in many mediums. But there's a flip side to that. There are those rare companies out there that do want the story to be part of the experience, like a Rockstar, which is all tied into their money making thing in their prestige, so they can't do anything but give that higher quality right now. That they have a standard.
Mm-hmm.
So some you expect it from. Um, and then Larian, with Baldur's Gate 3,
Mm-hmm.
and comes out of nowhere with the CRPG, a genre that no one really knew about, and not knew about, but wasn't as mainstream as an FPS or a Call of Duty, or others, shot to the mainstream because of the strength of the story, and of course, all the other things. It's a whole lot of stuff in that game,
Mm-hmm.
but the strength of the story and those characters and the relationships you make that stood out. Mass Effect. These game, which is it all comes and goes. But there's still hallmarks out there. It's not all doom and gloom.
Doom and gloom.
It is very hard to work in the industry without getting laid off, though. But
Oy.
it's a different story entirely. No, it's the same story, frankly.
Okay.
I'm doing this tutorial on my other account just to get it out the way.
Yeah. Oh.
One thing everyone unanimously agreed on is the just the gunplay.
Hmm. Yeah.
Still quite good,
Yeah.
It's Bungie. They know what they're doing. It translates.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we can afford to that. There's some guns even that when I'm shooting them, it's like this feels like a weapon I've shot before from these people.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Some battle rifle stuff, and like, all right. But the only thing is that you can't get attached. You know.
Yeah, and once the gear fear is kind of like once you get over the gear fear, and it's the thing once you get through the gear fear and your character gets higher level because you realize, okay, like it's about the meta progression, not the individual items because they come and grow. It's about the overall progression.
Mhm.
They say that the gear fear leaves you, and you start going, okay, and you start going with more of the flow, which that's the hope. That is the hope.
Got something.
The balance overflow, the silk overflow.
Yo, man, in this game, oh, they're going in different directions. This game.
Compromised.
Shot us.
Who shot you?
There's another team.
Oh,
That started quickly.
Priority contract fulfilled.
escalated quite quickly.
Yeah. I mean, we literally just went in the direction and like they were shooting. I didn't even see them. The visibility is a little tricky for me in this game. I notice. Like, I gotta train my eyes for it. But anyway, what I was about to say was that shut this door. Having somebody cover your rear is like important if you are playing,
Oh yeah.
because that's in the times when I was playing in Service Line where I got what's this? Need a different one. That was always how it happened, man. It was always like they were always coming from a different direction and like sweeping the whole team because nobody was facing the other direction. It just takes some discipline because you know you don't wanna lose the opportunity to help down somebody, but like fast like assassins and the other one, the vandal, I think it is, they get around you. You know, they get
Like
around you really fast. It's like in the finals. It's like
oh yeah,
they
it's the speed. Yeah, yeah, the speed of it. They just outflank you. They just traverse or get above with the double jump. I believe. They get
exactly, yeah.
That makes sense.
I think somebody just shot us from the roof. Another player. Got the window right there.
You have 2 assassin players, all your friends downed. Oh, okay. Oof.
Yeah, we just picked him up, but he got shot from above us, I think.
Yeah.
Let's get here. Found shields.
That's why it's like if we play, I'm tempted to go for recon with you, so that we have more options for you to, because you can go invis if you go assassin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll give you more options to kind of disappear and take advantage of the intel. And then what's cool about recon is that you can track the footsteps of like bleeding units.
Yeah.
Pretty tight.
And even then, like I definitely have to give other shells a try. The thief looks cool. It's
This might be interesting.
maneuverability and it's,
And
it's just
I
take
knew he
things.
was over there. Yeah. I
20
knew
minutes
he was over there, man. I don't know why it turned out. Like I knew that's where he was, because he shot down from that area. All right.
Oh, I'm still in the past on your stream. I didn't see that. Yeah, okay, I'm still watching
Yeah, man.
what transpired. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see.
I think it's probably the teammate of the guy that we killed. Time to kill is pretty fast.
Yeah, especially if you don't have like one of the bigger shields and all that. And plus, we're still low leveled.
Yeah, I lost
we
my
don't have
gear.
all
I had good gear in the
the
previous
beef.
run, but they got the drop on us, so I lost all that. And now I'm using a one of those starter kits.
Okay. Oh, I was referring to your level, like the overall meta level.
Oh yeah,
Like all your passives and boosts and stuff and things. So we're inherently like weaker. That's what I'm saying in my head.
Warning. Reinforcements
I'd imagine you get some more.
oh yeah, you
inherent,
get better stuff from the store.
defense.
You can equip up better.
And just the passives and things as you level up and faction and all that stuff. We're the babies. We're the little baby runners right now.
Yeah,
but clearly, yeah, the better gear helps. Obviously, physical things that can stop bullets is very important. Oh boy.
exploding bugs. God, they're fast.
I love it. I love this world, this type of marketing thing, Cyber Acme. Everything runs in Cyber Acme and nothing at all.
Warning, reinforcements detected.
Oh man, yeah, they got us. Is it just him? Is he? Is
Oh,
he
your
not
shield.
there?
Oh, your shield. I just
Yeah,
watched
so
the shield just
yeah,
come
yeah,
back
so
up.
we trippy. That's it, man. If he can catch them before they catch him, then he can res us. Let's see. There's another fight popping off. Damn, how the hell did they sneak up on us so quickly? See, that's what I'm talking about. You can't trust the environment. This environment is like you're looking at the environment and the grass, the fog, um, a lot of it acts as just like a natural camouflage. So you're looking at the environment and everything looks good. And then out of nowhere, it's like not good. Like the entire, it's like dangerous. You're being lined up.
Connection
Like,
collapse
oh
in
God, no!
50 minutes.
And that's the thing that like I really will be interested in your thoughts as you play solo, because it heightens up the need to really pay attention even more, because it's like I can't really read
Shit,
it
that
enough
just.
to you're just a little more, feel a little safer, and you look a little less like, well, there's people here and they should be looking behind me, right, and that you think that, but you don't realize that's what the other guy is thinking. Well, surely someone's looking behind us, right, and the other guy's thinking that too, so no one's looking behind us.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. Unless you're in
so
comms,
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah,
team
yeah.
that team waited for the res and just took
That's
the
a
high
smart way to
ground.
do it too, especially when you know, okay, you have this person down, we know that someone's either going to come res them or they're going to go towards the teammate. Generally, when someone's down, they're going to go towards the team, or the teammate's going to come to them. So it's like, all right, either I'm going to watch you, or you're going to break away, or immediately beeline the person that downed your friend, unless you have an ability to res them from afar, like a triage.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
can res them, and hopefully they get back to cover and reset the fight completely. Because then at that point, you have to reset the fight. Like, we're not doing this 2v3. We have no idea where they're at. We have complete disadvantage. We need to res that
An
person,
Arachne representative named
reset,
Shelter has requested access to your neural partition.
do a circuit, and try to get high ground and get eyes on the person.
I think,
That's
yeah,
yeah.
I think probably, uh, yeah, you're still in combat, right? Like, it's either the full team wipe, them or you, especially if there's time on the clock. They don't want to lose that opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially if you can. I think you can res even like down, like if they're dead, like even like you can even bring them back to life. I believe the
Yes,
trauma,
yes.
like
They just did that to me. Oh no, well both all teams. It's just that trauma can do it at a distance.
well, that's crazy. That's. And then I don't mean the downstate. I mean like
They're dead.
corpse.
Yeah, yeah. I was a
Yeah.
corpse. I was bleeding out. You can bring somebody out
Okay.
as long as you don't lose track of the body. Because I think if you go a certain distance, it drops off your HUD and only comes back if you're at close range. So if you forget where the body dropped and you ran away, it might be a little bit difficult to find it again, unless it
That's
shows up on the
interesting.
map.
That's
Finding
interesting.
records and charter has been easier than
That's
finding
interesting. I
He
am
was
very.
previously a runner
It's
operating on Earth and Mars.
interesting they allow that to
PTSD has
happen.
several
I'm,
criminal
I'm
files in him, including one that connects him to the
very
assassination of a
curious as to what
high-profile
happens
Traxxas
next here.
executive. After that, he disappears from the record entirely. It seems clear that Arachne values high-risk, high-reward pursuits. Consider this before you take on any contracts with them.
I like the intros to these different factions.
Oh yeah.
They remind me of like some, like, you know how like certain TV shows when they open up, they usually have specific animation companies that, you know, like the opening of Game of Thrones or something like that. So it's a little bit abstract, or like the opening of Westworld. It's like really abstract, and they have all these animations and models, shit you never seen before. That, or you know, the opening of Daredevil, and it's like they did that for these factions. It's like they went to like a company that does cinematic openings for big budget TV shows.
Yeah.
It's a-
My patrons and I, we
You know,
watch
and
all
it
the
shows. It's
deadliest
very well done.
The hunters, the
Very well
fanatics
done
who seek
indeed.
to balance the equation of life, death. At Arachne, we are seeking new truths, dying and killing. Both hold essential secrets to humanity's evolution.
They got a friggin' death cult in this game.
Is no longer the end. With incarnate repetition, we
What's
can
up?
move
And
beyond.
that they got a death cult in this game, the Arachne death cult.
That is where we will take you, if you prove your fatal potential. Destroy your own kind, push your shell to its limits, and we'll welcome you into the fold.
Damn, dude. The Fleeting Rave. Okay. Oh, so now, okay, so now you can just stick with one faction until you are good. Okay, I see now. Do you have any idea, like, which, let me see here.
Which what?
Which faction you want to go to work for?
Oh, probably Mida or Arachne, but I think you can. Well, I don't know how many you can switch by, but you can get, I believe, points from each one, or at least contribute to each one. I don't think you don't have to be confined to one,
Mm-hmm.
because there's so many. Because you'll get the heat upgrades from this very vendor on the right hand side, which are very important. If you go over to the right,
Mm-hmm.
the far right.
Wait.
Nope, the other side. I'm watching your cursor. So along the other side of the screen, you'll see these
Second?
icons. Yeah, no, keep going. You're almost there.
Side?
There we go. Oh, yeah, and you go all the way to the top
Mm-hmm.
of that. Oh, you were there. Well, you just left. Go back.
Oh, section?
Yeah, it's in Cyber Acme.
Oh,
It's in
Psy.
Cyber Acme.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, you were there. So if we go to Cyber Acme, it's on the right hand side, and it's the very one at the top. It looks like a thermometer. It's the heat one. It's on the because oh, you clicked into that one, but it's fine. I'm a step behind. The point is that one's pretty important because there we go. That's what I mean. On my end you just moused over it. But that's heat sink. That one, that heat capacity, that increases the number of movement actions you can perform before overheating. That's very important because it
Mm,
lets you extend your stamina or overheating of your shell. So that line you can only get from, I believe, Cyber Acme, but then other things you can get from other factions that will make you more of a well-rounded runner. So I don't really think I'm gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna specialize in one until I really get a good handle. Because, like for example, yeah, you get shields from these guys, and that unlocks the shield for which that's super important. That unlocks the shield for purchase on New Cal under the
mm,
New Cal faction. Which thank
man.
you for mouthing over that because you won't be able to buy shields, or it's harder to actually see them in the shop unless they're unlocked. So the
Mm,
factions also unlock certain things you can buy in the armory, like for
right.
example, the shields and the mods and all that. So that's important.
Hmm.
So watching you go through this reminded that for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta kind of, I guess, analyze the these things and the capstones, and I wonder how many factions you can um unlock in a season. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're all become unlocked at some point or another, and uh, like I said, you just get the currency and materials you need to apply the upgrades to whomever the faction and thing you want is.
Mm-hmm.
So you can pick and choose what you want from each faction. But I guess the more you put in the one faction, the higher the more things they'll unlock for you that are exclusive to them. I can only imagine.
Right. Right. Yeah. And then if I wanted to, oh, I see. I could track certain items that I'm going for.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Which is good.
And yeah,
It
you can
makes it
track
easier to,
it, and then you can find where that thing is located.
like for example, the heatsink EXE that you were looking at before. It just needs unstable biomass, which is a basic mat you'll find everywhere.
Mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm.
that's super common. Um,
So these, let me see. This is us. So those four abilities, these are the stats and functions,
excuse
and
me.
they're like, oh, I see. There's actually, okay, boost change. All right. So I guess like if you level up into a capstone, like this one says, Cyberacme standard contracts will now reward increased credits upon completion. Let's see. Action rope game from Cyberacme treasures. Syac treasure. I don't even know there are specific Syac treasures. It's monster gift for purchase in the armory. So it's almost. It seems like it's good to,
Incentivizing you to go down a certain route. Yeah.
yeah, so that you have access to the deeper rewards of that faction, and then
Hmm.
maybe that will help you, you know, sort of fast track everything else after that, because then you will have all these specific higher level bonuses and access, and you can use them to fund you while you go after the other stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Interesting.
Like I think there are certain ones that you have like that are kind of foundational that you have to acquire from a couple of these vendors, and then once you acquire the ones that are foundational,
Mm-hmm.
then you pick one to specialize in. Like for example, like the heat one. Once again, I keep going back. That's absolutely required. Of course, you're gonna have to have more heat buildup, especially for running across the map and doing anything. So that's pretty good to have. So I'm gonna max that out, and by proxy of doing that, it will get me some levels in Syac. But then there's the stuff for the shields with Nucal, and that'll get me some track there, and then so on and so forth. So I don't know which one I'll specialize in,
Mm-hmm.
but I know I'll have to keep an eye out on the foundational ones, like the shield stuff and all that stuff there that you just should have as a bare minimum. And
Also, I
then yeah.
notice that there are specific treasures that have to do with specific factions, but I don't know how to tell the difference of that just by looking at treasure, unless they're like color coded and that's how you look at it.
Hmm.
Mm.
Which there's usually some information on whatever you're finding. You mean like stuff outside?
When I look at the
Stuff like out in
capstones,
runs?
it says
Oh,
increases faction rep gain from new caloric treasure. If I go to Syac, capstone 2 is gain additional increased faction rep gain from cyberacne treasure. So it's like they're different types of treasure
hmm.
that have to do with their own factions, which is interesting.
It's the treasure is something you'll find out in the field.
Yeah, so if you spend time kind of picking and choosing what you bring back, you can actually fast track your faction rep a little bit. Which almost makes me wonder if I should switch my shell or spend time at least with the thief
Well, I mean, hey, maybe. I
because
mean, honestly,
it's like
it
a
depends on what you're trying to do because all of them that will have their uses depending on the situation. You don't have to be saying to be locked to one shell or another, unless you want to main a shell specifically for your preference.
hmm,
'Cause I don't believe there's any. Well, let me not say that because I don't have all the information yet, but
yeah, like
you can definitely
the
do multiple runners.
like yeah, like it well, I think shells. Let me see. What does this say here about
Shall we?
pickpocket? Remotely piloted flying drone with a limited lifespan. You can fire a hooked tether that can eject the highest value item from the target inventories. You can just steal from other players or steal. You think you had that loot? Is you don't have that loot. There's a thief around you. Collect and store loose
I
loot. Can you
wonder
imagine? You find some
I wonder how
steam.
quiet it is.
Yeah.
Like how quiet the drone is. Like, can you hear the drone from far away? Is it
That's a
that's
good.
going to be
Yeah.
interesting. But definitely come around to this. I am going to bid you adieu. the
Okay, man.
the work day took more out of me than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll definitely be around tomorrow, and we'll make something happen for sure.
Okay.
All right, man. I'll see you later.
All right.
Peace.
Later, man. Peace.
Later.
Interesting.
Tax sensors primed.
And so, okay. What does Mida want me to do? And what did they give me? Stack of claymores? Or the worst for certain deluxe salvage? That's possible purchase in the armory. and sponsor kit. A grenade or a gadget. Bubble shields for purchase in the armory. Disarm claymore ones. Unlocks the claymore for purchase in the armory. So it's a lot of placing traps. Ammo crates. Survivor kit. What's a survivor kit? Self-repair speed, revive speed, hardware, firewall, ping. Survival kit, okay. Unlocks a graceful landing. Agility and fall resistance. Agility, self-repair. Wait, what's this? Self-repair down 10, but finish your siphon. A siphon? What's that mean? Heat grenades. Flechette grenades. Well, what does that do? Self-guided needles that heal thrower when damaging hostiles. Oh, the flechette is like a... Overheats targets caught in the blast, okay. This has gotta be... maybe good for taking out... bouncing energy grenade that creates a lingering electromagnetic blast. Electromagnetic. Hostile data corruption. Antivirus protection. At the beginning of each run. Antivirus. Movement speed and jump height. Cardio kicks. Increases heat capacity and agility. Smoke cloud activating it. So it's a lot of bombs. And agility. And I feel like
Synaptic firewall's active. Queuing for infill.
supercharged slide that generates additional heat. Maybe maybe I kind of wanted to do Mida, but I realized that Mida is a very kind of like It's almost like a trickster setup. Like if I wanted to maximize the strengths of, because there are how many factions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factions, and then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runners, and I feel like there is a kind of a vibe, you know, like so much of this loot speed, all that stuff, so much of that feels like it's built for the thief. Sprint slide generates less heat, or regenerated heat. This is a lot of heat. I guess there's some crossover. Maybe I shouldn't say that. You know. So a lot of loot, a lot of money, and then exfil. Then you have more like shields, patch kits, mechanics kits. What's that? OS debug, EMP and hack, self revives, self revive when downed. That's tight. Shield implants. Health and shield consumables take less time to use. I mean, all this stuff is really useful. I would say that probably this is good for multiple, everybody really. What's this? Instead of deluxe weapon ship mods, enhanced weapon ship mods. Ping persists on a hot. Okay, pings. And getting a lots of mods. Lots of different types of weapons. Ball throwers. SMG mod. All these mods. Rook will now start with enhance weapon. What does that mean? Tracks as treasures. Bonus weapon in addition to other mods. It seems like I almost feel like everything is meant to work together in tandem. Unlock claim. Okay, we did this. Arachne. LMG mods. Railgun mods. Shotgun mods. Melee damage. Knife fight. Finish your siphon and a firewall. Now your shields recharge after. Aha. Self-revive down crew members. How quickly do you self-revive or revive? Okay. Revive speed from Arachne. Knife attacks restore a small amount of health. Also reduces your heat buildup. Shotgun. I almost feel like there is a benefit to rotating factions. Daily free energy amps. Energy amps, okay. Primal tactical ability. Bleed out when down, down but not out. Bleed out when down. Tactical ability. Okay. Triage. 2 enhanced scores for triage. 2 enhanced scores for destroyer. See what I'm talking about? Assassin. For vandal. For recon. For thief. Tactical recovery and firewall. Then your tactical and trade abilities. Ability to charge to start. Okay. We'll run our cores. Use faction rope game from Seikuji treasures. Hmm. Okay. All right. So an outpost. Oh, we don't have access to outposts because we have it. We have to be level 12 first. So we can just. I guess we can just kind of. I don't know. Go in a direction. I gotta go break. Give my cat some food. I'll be back. Okay. I had to feed my cats. And I am trying to figure out how to go about building a character and for what purpose. I think that I think we can probably just how many things we can track. A vault. This is a utility. Data card, credit rewards, other informant upgrades. What I want to do is overrun ARV11 punch, enhanced overrun AR. We should probably just stick with this. And tactical sidearm, then heat. So I think we need to go with like anything that's like just good for like stat bonuses and stuff. And then maybe just be very, like, do I want more vault space? Not yet. Right? Because, oh, maybe I do want vault space.
Tau said he's waiting.
The question is, daily free charges in the armory. Okay. I guess we could just I think between, yeah, Sil, Nucleark, and then SMG, SMG, everything is SMG here. AR, then this set. This is a lock though. You need rank 2 for Traxxas before you can get this. Okay. Alright, well. We cannot continue with Syak anyways. Unless just do this one. Show the objectives and perimeter download nuclears. Okay, let's just do the stories. Maybe that's what we'll do. And I won't even worry about it. I will just make sure I'm locking something out. I'll do this. Okay, there. Wait, did I get it? Track. Okay. And it's in perimeter, right? I think that's maybe, so I don't think about it too much. I'm gonna just do the stories for as much as possible. And I'll stay in this mode. I think I'll be able to solo when would I solo? I don't know. I think when I unlock Rook, just because he can like go through the map and avoid the enemies, and then I can turn the map on, like I think against other players. I won't exactly be alone solo. Southeast Building Station.
Reminder. Weave worms ready to acknowledge end of life signal. Termination is a reboot.
Station.
Stay alert. This might be interesting.
Prepare for increased hostile action. Recall window will remain stable for 20 minutes.
Southeast building at station.
Marking runner.
Geological data
Take
subtained.
a look.
Warning, temporal aberrations detected.
Marking target.
Warning, reinforcements detected.
Engage. Camo active.
This might be interesting.
Shadow path. This shield is too fragile. Anyone want this? Got something?
Defensive position on me. Here, over here. Heads up. To the marker. Pay attention.
15 minutes until signal loss. Profit opportunity. Intercept.
Threat marked.
Key, come get it.
Go. Need this? Or escape.
This might be interesting. Heads up.
Systems compromised. Almost ready.
Deploying barricade. This might be interesting. 5 minutes on my mark.
UESC reinforcements have responded to the signal.
If it moves, end it. Careful.
This is your 3-minute warning. Exfil awaits.
I couldn't find this fucking thing, man.
Seconds to escape.
Okay. USC employs 0.138% of the population of the solar system. Okay. Helping hand B2 implant. What's this? Revive speed. Enhanced torso implant. Signal jammer. Okay. 3 implants. Okay. Can I not like... just have so much. Wait, this is distance runner. This is graceful landing. They all... Oh my god, aren't they the same shit?
Hit a marker.
The colony ruins teach lessons. Premature expansion is a symptom of hubris.
Shields are shut.
Warning, reinforcements detected.
Barricade active. Reload. Time to end this.
20 minutes remain.
Maybe this? Hey, check it. Camo filter engaged.
Warning, reinforcements detected.
There's something really like Ridley Scott about Blue Blood.
Time to hunt.
Check this out. marker.
Connection collapse in 15 minutes.
Careful here.
I have detected an opportunity for considerable profit.
Threat spotted. Watch out. Stealth engaged. Déjà vu.
Negative.
Bad news on my mark. Not good. Reloading. Destroyer system active.
Destroyer system active.
Out of the fight.
You have 10 minutes to exfil.
If we separate, meet here.
ID confirmed as Dr. Tobias Latero.
Appreciate it.
I need better shields, man. Just got too much stuff. I'm gonna have to come again.
Shields crashed. Not good.
Mm-mm. Nano transformed. bolted. Near silk limit. What do I do with the silk limit? Oh, we shot down a transport drone? Oh. Greed is good until it's not. Yep. Yep, I know it. What am I supposed to do with this? I mean, this stuff is not really all that impressive. Like, great. No, I don't want SMG mods. Ugh. Okie dokie. Look, we get into so many problems, man. Energy amp. Which one's energy amp? This one. I don't have a lot of these. Interesting. Okay. I don't have any standard cores. Maybe I can pick one up. The optic mod. I have none in my inventory. Stock them. Wait, rifle grip, assault magazine mod, bolt array mod. M77 assault. I don't think they sell core. Oh. I'm gonna try to do this one more time. I wonder if we're gonna have to fight like a big moth creature or something. Because, you know, just the way they're going with this.
Reminder, UESC
Here, over
detected
here.
nearby. Fatal outcomes are highly probable.
second floor terminal. Overflow.
To the marker. Looks bad.
Seeing this?
This might be interesting.
You seeing this? Find them. Attack. Take a look. Threat marked. Here. Careful. No one can hide.
Warning, reinforcements detected.
Danger spotted.
Recall window will remain stable for 20 minutes.
I can't take much more.
data secured. Warning.
Need this?
Schema logic absent. Priority contract fulfilled.
Seeker deployed.
I got it.
Maybe this?
Danger spotted. Threat marked. Need cover! Hold on. Find them. Gathering intel.
ID confirmed as Dr. Tobias Latero. Minutes until signal loss.
Exfil tagged.
Dude, we really need to stack up this thing together.
Engage.
Search and destroy, Prime. Runner and boy.
Not ready.
Damn, man. I wish you could choose. Yeah, whatever. Okay, cool.
Though it is no fault of yours, the reports you recovered are of low integrity, corrupted. I am sure the colonists face significant challenges from the moment they arrived in Tau Ceti. Humanity's reach ever exceeds its grasp. It falls on new caloric to make up the gap. To that end, disposable mercenaries, like you, are extremely useful.
Disposable, huh?
Because New Caloric supplied the original colony mission, we have salvage rights on Tau Ceti. However, the UESC resists all legal attempts to exercise those rights. I am therefore offering compensation for your assistance in this matter and your discretion. Please stand by for further instructions. Tau Ceti's agricultural facilities sit empty. Our proprietary technology gathers rust on the planet's surface, corroded and forgotten. What became of those brave souls who called this place their home? I have a hypothesis about their disappearance, but it requires verification. We must access the colony's agricultural records, collect data on edible native plants, and please, be liberal with what you consider edible. I suspect the colonists do not have the luxury of choice.
maybe I can do. This is Vandal. I have multiple like recon shells.
Communicate, patch up, reload, survive. Still can't get Sekiguchi open. Oh, right. Yeah, I can't do that. I don't know what they give. Oh, they'll just continue along New Cal. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna follow it. Take a breather here because I'm tired and it's late. It's 5:30. We'll pick it back up tomorrow. We'll play a little bit of finals and jump into this. Okay, guys. You guys have a good one. Thanks for tuning in for a bit, and I will catch you guys on the flip. Laters.